Layer syndrome is a combination of upper cross syndrome and lower cross syndrome, leading to widespread postural dysfunction. In today's episode, we'll explore how to assess and treat layer syndrome using Janda's principles. Stay tuned. Layer syndrome is a combination of upper cross and lower cross syndromes that results from alternating tight and weak muscle groups throughout the body, leading to severe movement dysfunction. Patients with layer syndrome often present with the following symptoms, which were also noted in previous videos. So the first step in assessment of layer syndrome is postural observation. Upper back rounding and hyperlordosis in lumbar spine is clearly seen in such patients. Step 2 is the muscle length and strength testing. We are going to check for the pec minor and upper trapezius length first. Then we are going to check the glute strength. Weak glute activation contributes to hip instability. Next, we are going to perform the hamstring length test to assess overactivity in posterior chain. Step 3 in assessment of layer syndrome is functional movement screening, in which we perform overhead squat test first to observe as compensatory movement patterns. Next is the push-up test that identifies scapular control deficits. The single leg bridge test assesses core and glute activation. So these are the assessment steps for layer cross syndrome. Now, based on these, we are going to design the treatment. The treatment follows the same three-phase approach by Janda. Step 1 will be stretching and inhibiting tight muscles. Step 2 will be activating the weak muscles. And step 3 will be the functional integration. So the muscles you need to stretch in step 1 are upper trapezius and levator scapulae. Utilize PNF stretching techniques for better results and repeat the stretch 3 times. The other 2 muscle groups are the hip flexors and the erector spinae muscles, with half-kneeling stretch and child pose exercise. Just a quick tip, you can also utilize techniques like foam rolling and manual therapy to release tight groups. Step 2 in the treatment is activating the weak muscles. Perform chin tucks and wall angles for deep neck flexors and scapular stabilizers activation. Next, incorporate prone Y raises exercise in glutes, strengthening with hip abductors activation. Some of the additional exercises include hip clamshells with resistance bands, scapular retraction exercise in quadruped position, and core stability with posterior pelvic tilt. To prevent layer syndrome from returning, we must train proper movement control and endurance. So in step 3, practice these drills to transfer learning into movement patterns. Now, here are some important insights in daily routine perform. Stretching and mobility, 5 minutes. Muscle activation, 5 to 7 minutes. Functional drills, 5 minutes, and progression should be like increase resistance every 2 to 3 weeks. Add functional movement challenges. Train postural endurance with prolonged holds and isometric control. Now that we've corrected layer syndrome, our next video will focus on sensor and motor training, how to improve movement control and proprioception. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.